Today I will be explaining my thought process as I go through seasons, which asks us to print how old someone is in minutes, and we have to use the date time library. Now I've already looked through this, and I figured some useful ones like returns the current date, and from ISO format that just returns a date object given an ISO formatted string. Um, and then also if they don't input it in the ISO format, then we have to exit. And we have to convert it to words. Now, inflect is a good way to do that. So let's import inflect from, actually let's import sys because we need sys.exit. So I'll just do sys.exit and just do one. And then import from datetime module, import the date class. And then we can use date.today. Give that a label. Date.from ISO format, and then we can input something in there. And then let's actually do if name equals main, then we call it. Because we also have to have a test to Seasons.py. And then I'll just do from seasons import some function. Okay. And then def main dot dot dot. And then we can put all our stuff here in a function called get minutes. And then sys.exit that only occurs if we can, if the user didn't input it right. So we have to try get minutes t, where t is a parameter representing the date that they inputted, which we can do here. So let's do s. S for string. Okay. And then eventually we have to print get minutes of s. Okay. Oops. And then today, accept. Okay, so what this does is it verifies that the user inputted it correctly. Today equals date.today. And actually we can assign this to that variable and then do delta equals today minus birth date. And then delta is also an object called of time delta. Time delta has something called total seconds, which returns the number of seconds in that duration. So let's do minutes equals delta dot total seconds divided by 60. Then we have to instantiate the engine for rendering. And finally, we can do p.number to words of the int of minutes. Because minutes, I think it's a float. Because total seconds, it can have a decimal. So yeah, we can actually just assign this for simplicity, and then finally we can return words, an f string, sorry, minutes. And then we have to capitalize it and then replace and with nothing, like so. And this should be good. So I've already done this calculation for January 1st, 2010. 2000. I already set up this. Yep, that works. Now let's try another time. Say, I don't know, June. Actually, just do July 4th, because why not? July 4th, 2014. I don't know. Random year. 6353280. So 20. Yeah, that matches. Okay, so it works. And let's just try a leap year, for example. 2024 was a leap year, and then we can try February 29. Actually, let's try 28 so it includes the 29. Uh, that gives 1,275,840. Now, if we input that, yep. And then finally, we can test if the format isn't right. For example, January 1st, 2000, it just exits. Okay, and now we can finally set up our check. Import get minutes. System exit with pytest.raise the system exit, which just means we exited it. Get delta get minutes of January 1st, 2000. And then an invalid date, for example, 2024, February 30th. Because February doesn't have 30 days. And then just test numbers. And then now we can just insert. Can we just copy? Yo, let me copy this, bro. Kind of forgot how to copy stuff. Fine, I'll write it out. $1,400 minutes. And let's do one more. Let's do this one. 1,275,840 minutes. Okay, and that concludes the test portion. And now we can check. Check 50. CS50 problems 2022 Python seasons. Now all we have to do is wait and hope that everything has been done with accuracy and consideration. Please speed, I need this. Why is it so long? There we go. Okay, now we can finally submit. And actually, I'm not going to do that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.